Welcome to my new playthrough on Caveopolis, a mod pack by Benbenlaw. And in this mod pack you start in basically a small hole and the world is solid. Well, apart from a couple of layers. I have played this pack about to level 2 to 3, so I know my way through the start. I'm going to chapterize this playthrough, so you can skip to whichever part you want to if you're looking for something in particular. If you're not, then enjoy. It should be fairly swift. I'm going to speed up things at the start, like chopping down trees and what have you. So as you can see, we start in a very small hole, and this is the world. Now, this is a quest-driven mod pack. So we have a whole series of quests here, level 1, level 2, level 3. So I have played the pack up to about this point here and getting the first power in level 3. So I know my way through the beginning section. So if you're looking for a quick, fast walkthrough, then this is probably going to be the playthrough for you. So this is just a thank you for downloading and welcome. This mod pack uses Skyblock Builder to create the world. Right-clicking this item will allow you to create a new. Choose your starting base. We don't need to do that. We'll take that just so we can close the chapter. The world chapter will tell you information about where blocks spawn. There's a Discord channel there for Benbenlaw's packs, all the Allopolises. The guidebook will provide a lot of information about pack-specific changes, so I'll take that. But don't need to read it. The Tempad can be used to teleport to different previously saved locations. Very useful. Quest lines are separated into levels. In each level there will be one quest shaped like a gear. Completing this quest will allow you to progress to the next level. So this is important, okay, because you have to do the quests, otherwise you can't progress. And blocks are broken. So this is the cog quest he was talking about. So this unlocks level 1 quests and it runs that command there. So if you're looking for the level unlocks, they are cog based and will have a picture of the command block, and that then opens up level 1, which is this level here. So the first thing we need to do is have a look at the world here. Now if we scroll right out, you can see this is quite a big list. And we are on the stone one, which is, where the tick is there. So there are several layers above us. Now you would say there's only 3, but there isn't, because this coloured stone is split into multiple different coloured layers. So there are a lot more than 3 layers above us. It depends if you count all the coloured stone as one layer, I guess. And you can see here it goes down a long way. We have a water level, which is just water, and we have a lava level, which is just lava. You're going to probably ask, well, how do we get through the lava level? Well, later on, as you go through the water levels here, you will get a diving suit to get through the water, and then you will get a fire protection suit to get through the lava. And then that goes into all the nether blocks, and where eventually we get to bedrock. Now you can't just dig down all these. These are locked to the levels, so you will need to complete the quests in order to progress down in the world. And same, it's the same going up, possibly. You can break the calcite one, but I'm not sure about the coloured stone one to start with. There is information here about where hostile mobs spawn. So from Y80 to 162, you'll get zombie husks raised by the skeletons. From 79 to 65, you'll get those. So important information. Obviously, the water level, you're going to get drowned, or water and below. And then minus 21 to minus 40. Yep. So it goes into negative. You'll get the blaze with the skeleton gas, enderman and forgotten. And then in the end you will get the usual end mobs. And then passive mobs, mob sheep, chicken, cows, pigs, goats, frogs, Y162 to Y80 on moss blocks only. So we'll tick that one because that one's going to come fairly soon. 79 to 65 on moss blocks for the others, and then obviously your water-based ones will be in the water. Right then, so let's crack on. So the basics to start with: stone pebbles. Well, let's just move these out of the way. We don't need these. We're going to need to create a bit of room. So to do that, you've got to FB Ultimine and just punch, and you get a load of stone pebbles. You can craft these stone pebbles and get stone blocks. So first things first, let's make this area bigger. Give us something to work in. If you're not close enough, then the Ultimine doesn't work. That's why it didn't come up then. Right, we better stop there before we run out of food. Okay, so let's make some. Where's that recipe? Some stone blocks. And right, just fill this hole in. And then we can utilize these torches and spread them out a bit. And the usual F7 brings up the light level overlay. Right, that should be fine. So, quests. So we've done the stone. We've got our stone bricks. We can make stone sticks by crafting 2 stone together. You can make stone bricks, obviously the normal way, 4 stone. And then stone crafting table is 4 bricks. So let's do all those so we can get some sticks. I will need a few. Some bricks. And a couple of crafting tables. That takes care of those. So we need to go down to get bright shards. We can do that straight away because we're going to need food. Now the earliest food is on the Moss Stone level. Let me just think, where should we go down? Let's go down just here. Now as soon as you dig through, it will light the way up. There we go. And then below this level is the Moss Stone level, and that we can break for food. This one here, Mossy Stone. See, it breaks into drops like that, but you can eat these. And this is your first food. Now you can punch through. It's basically a shovel needed for a quick digging through this stuff. So what we'll do here is we'll dig down quite a long way until we get to the one above the next level. So there is Diorite, and we can't break that. We need a pickaxe for that. So what I'm going to do here is let's just go a couple of blocks that way, and then we shall vein mine a chunk out. Now if we leave the roof so it's uncovered like that, then it will light it up for us. And you can actually build on this level. It's quite a good level to build on because no torch is needed. And we're going to do precisely that, but we will need access to upstairs as well. What we're going to do here is we're going to make some moss blocks. Now this is a little bit ahead of time. We don't want to jump too far in front. And I'm going to plonk them down in that hole there, just so we've got the floor back. Now my usual thing is to place the crafting tables in the floor. I always do that, don't ask me why. And then we need some chests. Now if you follow the quest line here, you'll see this stone part up here. It leads onto a stone chest. So the stone part is sticks and stones. Like so. And we don't need that many. Let's make 6. And then these are just 4 like that to make the stone chests. Where should we go with the chests? Let's just knock this wall back. And then we'll put the chests just here. And then we can empty our inventory. Now for these other bits, we're just going to drop them in there, but we're going to keep hold of the Tempad. We're going to keep hold of a stack of the moss balls for food. And then we shall crack on with the quest line. So we've done this bit. You can craft this these bright stone things back into the shards back into bright stones by using a stone block in the middle. And of course you can use these if you want to light the way. But as we're building just here, we've already got ready-made lit roof. We may at some point need to go a bit deeper or a bit bigger. So we may need to use these later on, but that's just showing you can turn the bright shards back into bright stones. So that's that quest complete. So we're going this way now. So to get calcite, we need to dig up. So we need to go back up here. Just realised we need torches. Now to make torches, just take some stone sticks and these bright shards, I believe. Yeah. And we'll make a stack. That was perfect. And we'll replace this staircase with steps very shortly. So as you can see there, that's calcite, so that's what we need. You can punch this, don't need a tool for it. And we're going to vein mine this. And as you can see there, it drops bone meal. Very useful. You're going to need quite a lot of it as well. That's the next layer up, coloured stone. We can't break that. That requires a pickaxe. That should be enough for the time being. Perhaps one more. I'm going to go back across this. Now, I have found that passive animals will seemingly always head higher ground. Now I don't know whether that's by design or just that's what they do, but they're certainly doing this mod pack. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create a moss block like so, only one. I'm going to dig out in the center, put the moss block down, and then we're going to bone meal it. Now this has two effects. One, as you can see, it spreads the moss blocks, and then 2, it creates grass. 3, it creates these trees, saplings, and the 4th one is this carpet here. Okay, you're going to need the carpet, so we can vein mine all this off. Just be careful when you're vein mining it, because this block is very easy to break. We're going to repeat this a few times. You're going to need quite a few of these carpets. Now, as soon as we leave this area, we're going to get mobs spawning. Not mobs, sorry, passive animals spawning. And just to give you an example, I'm going to go down to the next layer down here, where our base is. Put some items in this bottom chest. Then come back up, and if everything goes to plan, we should have a load of animals spawned. And none. Okay. Probably a little bit too close. Every time I've tried that in the past, you get loads of animals spawn on that level. Oh well. Right. What we're going to do just here is we're going to raise this roof. Now the reason we're going to raise the roof is because we're going to grow our trees up here. That's too far for multi-mine. Now obviously the more room you give it, the better, but just be careful when you're digging out like this to not leave areas where mobs can spawn. Oops, that's too low. Right, should do there. Let's just create, oh, we've got some stone. Let's create some more. And we'll just fill this back in. It's a bit untidy, but it gets the job done. We craft all these pebbles into blocks. We're going to need a lot of blocks. We are going to need a lot of pebbles as well. But we can auto generate those later on. Right, how are we looking? Okay, so we're going to need a lot of wood. A lot. So simply plant, bone meal. Yeah, you see the roof's still not really high enough. Let's just plonk a torch on that ledge. For any more spots, probably this ledge here. And here cues the... So, first thing you'll notice here is it turns this block into rooted dirt. Okay, so that will happen every time you plant a sapling and it grows into a tree. the moss block turned into this rooted dirt block. Right, so have a quick look at the quests again, see where we're at. Oh, that's a tick box. Using bone meal on a moss block will transform nearby stone into moss blocks. Already gone through that. We've got the moss block. Mossy Stone. Moss and stone can be used to make Mossy Stone. So if we look at the recipe for that, just a stone and a moss block. Moss block. And a stone block makes the Mossy Stone. Oh, I thought that was completed. What have we missed? Oh, Calcite. So 4 bone meal and a stone block makes Calcite. So I need a crafting table for that, so I'll just nip down here. That wasn't the recipe. What was the recipe again? Oh yeah, stone and bone meal. Makes the calcite block. And that completes that quest. So we'll drop those in there. So on to the next chapter. So here we're looking at the carpets and the azaleas. We've already got those. Do I just need to pick them up? No. Must be something else on the quest. And there's our first animal. And there he goes for higher ground. A bit weird. I don't know whether that's just a Minecraft thing. The higher ground thing. Oh, we need to grow the tree. Right, okay. So, tree. Sapling. Oh, we're just looking at the sapling then, in that case. So when you create these azalea trees, you get saplings from both the flowering and the normal. Oops, wrong button. And we can just simply vein mine the trunk out. Don't know why it does that. Certain blocks just don't convert. You can replant on these if you want to keep planting on those. But we're going to need a lot of wood. A lot of wood to start with. It's all wood. So back to the quests. So we've got the logs. We need to turn it into planks. So we need to pick up one of these rooted dirts. Put it straight back. Right, let's create a crafting table for up here. Now we don't need to keep running back downstairs all the time. I'll put it just there. So what we need to do is to split some of this into wood. Create a hoe the normal way. And to turn this into dirt, you simply right click it like that, and that turns the block into a standard dirt block. And it gives you these hanging roots, which I haven't really found a use for. They don't grow, they don't spread, they're no use in a crafting recipe. So I haven't found a use for them yet. We'll just fill that hole with stone, bone meal it, or bone meal next to it. You're going to need a lot of these carpets to start with. It's helpful to get sheep spawning, and then you can make some shears. So the shears quest is just here. It's just wooden shears, normal recipe. You can use any planks. The only downside is that the sheep has no grass to eat from, so his wool's not going to grow back. But for now, we can just shear him, take his wool. You get to grass later on. It's bonemeal again. We need seeds. Oh, sugar. And that's what happens if you do it wrong. Right, that should be enough moss block for mobs to spawn on. So continuing with the quest, I have got it mapped to a key. We need wooden hammer, a bowl, mossy string. Mossy string is the moss carpets in a row like that. So as I said to you, you're going to need a lot of it because that just turns it into mossy string. But to turn it into actual string, you have to craft it into 4. And then you have to erode the wool blocks. So having a sheep, yeah, I suppose it's okay, but you know. So yeah, that makes green wool, and then we can make a bed. So we've only got 4, so we need a lot more. You can craft the moss blocks into them, which will do that. Excuse me. Seeing as we have a fair few of the moss balls, and there's a room full of them here. So then we create our bed, the normal recipe, which is not that way around, but that way around. Wow, gonna get a bed recipe wrong. Where should we put the bed? Put it just there, and then just set our spawn point should we die. So that's that branch gone. So we just need to concentrate on this top bit here. Wooden hammer is just simply 3 sticks and 2 logs. And the bowl is going to be either, yeah, it's just 3 planks. And what was the last thing in the top corner? A culinary station, which is just a wooden crafting table and any slab. And that completes that quest. We'll put that over there for the time being. That's that chapter complete now, all done. If you complete the chapter, they turn green here. So onto wood tech here. So we can now make wooden chests, and we can make these wooden buckets, which are going to prove, you know, you're going to need quite a few of these in recipes. So these are only 3 logs. And of course the chest, you can either use wood like that, and if you don't like the azalea chest, you can craft it into a normal one, or you can use logs to do the 4, but we'll need those logs. So let's just clean our inventory up a bit. Don't need you, don't need you. Keep the stone, I will keep the tools. Right, I'll show you how to use this Tempad later. We don't really need it for the time being. So that's that. Then we need a wooden hopper, which is just a normal standard hopper recipe, but with wood. These are going to be in a lot of crafting recipes also. Now we've got those 2 done, we can make a basic barrel, which is these wooden buckets, planks, and a wooden hopper in the top. So we need another wooden bucket. And that's the basic barrel. That's that quest done. Now, we need a wooden water bucket. So to get water, the basic barrel can be used to make water from saplings and leaves. Okay, so a wooden bucket can be right clicked on the block to get water out. So we need to go back up, grow our trees, but this time, instead of chopping the tree down, and we have animals, let's shear that sheep, and that sheep, one up there as well. Yeah, you'll find that all your animals will come up here, which is both useful and yeah, keeps them all in one place. But what you will need to do is you'll need to take out any high level blocks like this. So leave the floor flat. So you see there the chicken has gone up here. So leave it flat or make it so they can't jump up. Like so, and then they will all head upstairs eventually. So back on with the trees, try and get somewhere central. Move out. And then this time we're going to shear the leaves. Okay, that broke our shears. Oh, that was too far away for Ultimine. It's a bit weird. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. It's obviously got to do with the distance you are from the object when you're using the Ultimine. Hopefully these cows and animals and things aren't going to be too loud, because if they are, then I have some muting to do. If you aggravate them, then she'll kind of run and try and, you know, get to higher ground, hopefully. Go on, over there. Right, so if we put our basic barrel down and throw our leaves in, that turns into water, and that's how you get your first water. So you need enough leaves to make 2 buckets, for obvious reasons. That then allows you to make a water source. And then you don't need to do this again. Okay, so that's our 2 buckets of water, which we're going to take downstairs, away from all the mooing. And let's knock this wall back a little bit. Now I don't knock the floor if I can help it, so I need to be aiming there. It will look a bit rough to start with. Just sort our inventories out a little bit more. Take the moss stuff out of there, and we'll put the moss things in here. Right, so let's create a water source, and what I'm going to do is just here. And as you can see there, that is a infinite water source. Now we're going to need bigger pools than that, but we'll leave it like that for the time being, and we'll just carry on with the quest. So we need to make an eroder. So the eroder needs to be sat in the middle of a 3x3 area of water source blocks. So That's why we're saying to you. Going to need 3x3s. So we just take that one, put it there, and that's our 3x3 water source. So the eroder. Wooden hoppers, a bucket of water, and then any planks. Grab a bucket of water. We're going to need to make some hoppers, so we're going to need some chests. And then that is our eroder. You get the bucket back. And what you do with the eroder is you place it in the middle of the, so it needs water sources all the way around the outside to function. And then the quest will tell us what we're going to need to erode. So if you erode stone, you get cobblestone. Oak planks can be made in the eroder from these logs that we've got. And then you can erode wool to get string, but that's not really the best way of getting string. So, but we're going to need some string. Can we use... Yeah, let's just erode our wool that we've got. We've got some green wool. I'll keep the green wool. Just erode that string there, and you'll see it goes a tick in this top corner, says running, and then gives us string like so. And we're going to need some cobblestone. And you're going to want at least 8 cobblestone, and we all know what that's for. So we should do. Okay, we'll stop there. And then 4 logs to get oak planks. Oh, we need six logs. So the reason you need to make oak planks to start with is the storage drawers recipe here. You can't make the storage drawer with the azalea planks. So for the storage drawer, it's just standard recipe. That gets rid of that quest at the top, and then stone hammer here is any stone. So that's 3 sticks, 2 stone, like so. That replaces the wooden hammer and completes that chapter. So as you can see there in the chat, Bobster can now break granite, andesite and diorite. So that stopped us from going any further down here. So there's the diorite layer, and the granite and andesite are actually underneath it. So we can now break those with a pick. That was that chapter. So turn green again. So smelting, as I said earlier, we know what we would needed 8 cobblestone for. Plop that there for now. We can burn wood to make charcoal as an early fuel source. I'm probably going to need more wood. So what we do here is smelting stone makes smooth stone, and then you take that smooth stone and erode it into gravel, and then you can erode the gravel into sand and then furnace the sand. So we'll do that. Let's just take a stack of stone. Not going to have quite enough for a stack. Let's take half a stack. So there's the smooth stone. You put that into the eroder. Turns it into gravel, and then you put the gravel back in the eroder. Turns that into sand. And then you smelt the sand. To make glass. And that's that chapter. Sweetly and shortly done. That's all there is to it. And then we're open to level 2. So for this we need to dig down. So we need to make a pickaxe, and I believe we can make a stone pickaxe if I had some stone. And we'll make a couple of these. And then we'll continue our dig down just here. Eventually we'll lose the light from the roof because we're too far down. In fact, I think we might only have to go 1 or 2 levels down to lose the light level. So got some torches. Right, so there. So that's actually a good indication. What have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can go 7 down before we lose the light from the roof. Yeah, because these aren't in the way. Yeah. So that's the diorite level, and then we can see here we're onto the granite level. So these levels aren't very deep, but what you've got to remember is the entire world is made from this level. The entire world is made from these levels. So if I go 15 million miles that way, it's still going to be diorite. So you might think, oh, there's not a lot there. Well, there is. There's a huge amount. So what we'll do here is we'll dig down to andesite, which is this level, and then dig through the andesite level to whatever's below that. Don't quite remember off by heart what's below it. Oh, it's prismarine. That's it. Don't be tempted to convert these to blocks just yet. You're going to need them in pebble form. I'm not sure if we can break prismarine yet. I think that's next chapter. Yeah, so we can't break that. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to vein mine that way, break that pick. Stick a torch on it. I'm going to go out this way a couple of blocks and then vein mine this way. Break that pick. Let me just keep this neat and tidy because I like to be neat and tidy. We're going to need some blocks, as you can see there, to complete the quests. So let's just make a diorite block and a andesite block. Put the andesite block back, I don't know, there, just for the sake of it. Right, now we're getting further down. I can show you what this Tempad's for, because there's going to be a lot of running up and down stairs, although I am going to make a lot of stairs in a minute. So let's go and take that row of pebbles, put these blocks in, I'm going to take our storage drawer and we're going to put all our pebbles in it till we fill it up. Almost full. That just gets them out of the way. Gives us a bit more room in these chests. Right, we are going to need a couple of stacks of these. And then, following on our quest, we make this raw mixed stone. And to make this, we take one of each pebble and craft them. Like so. Now, what did we run out of? Diorite. Yeah, that's because we didn't vein mine that particular level. So let's make another stone pick, and what we shall do here is go and vein mine the diorite level, which is this level here. So dig in a couple, and we don't take our stairway out. And then plunk a torch down. Leave that like that. I'm not really fussed about it, to be honest. It's going to get dug out a lot. Oh, that's absolutely perfect for the stack. Right, okay, so stone we shall put into that chest there. Right, and what do we do with these raw mixed stones? What we do is we smelt them. And after we've smelted them, we can make a bonsai pot. And the bonsai pot is a key, it's a key thing for progressing in this pack faster. Don't skip the bonsai pots, whatever you do. I'll show you how to use them. Now, for a bonsai pot, I think we need 5. And it's basically a U shape, yeah. So while that's cooking, we are going to actually need some more wood. Is that enough? Might be enough. So we need one more chest, and then we need a wooden hopper. Now we need a stone axe. Now this bit's not in the quest book, so right, so we've got enough to make the bonsai pot. What you're going to do is you're going to put the bonsai pot 3 up, so it's just here. So 3 off the floor. Put the bonsai pot in there. Now what we need to put in here is we need a dirt in here, a plant in here. These are for upgrades, and these are the output slots. So what we're going to need is a sapling, the azalea sapling. We'll take one of our dirt blocks, although I believe you can use one of the moss blocks. We put those in there like that, and as you can see this, it goes up. Now the bonsai pot on its own, without automation, is not a lot of use. So you'll see there, it goes up to there and stops, and it wants you to click that axe there, and if we click it, you'll see it chops the tree and puts output in here. Now it's a random output, and you may not get anything at all, but if we take an axe and put the axe in here, it now takes the need to click that away. So it will now run until it fills up. Now you can automate this, and the way to automate it, before you get pretty pipes, you stick a chest there and a hopper. Now that hopper's just, didn't realise, I thought these wooden hoppers actually were straight down, so that's why I didn't bother clicking it on the chest, but you have to shift click it on the chest. And you'll see there that that is actually the first stage of automating the bonsai pot. And because I've just realised these hoppers are actually directional, you can queue them up and just hopper into that hopper and into your storage. So that makes it even easier. So we'll do that. We'll create few more. Let's go with 3 should do. Now, I'm pretty sure it tells you in the quest, actually, when you get to here. Oh, no, it's probably JEI that it tells you in. Let's get a saplings. We'll keep the same one. Was it the azalea? Yeah. So 2 more of these. If you press a U on it and look at the bonsai pot there, it will cycle through the different blocks. Oh, it is just grass block under. I thought I had a different block in there. So let's go back up. And there's probably loads and loads of animals up here now. Yep. So we need that grass block. Or dirt, sorry. And then if we grow another tree and not put a torch on it, we've got another dirt block. Go away, pig. I will put these in the chest. I haven't found a use for them yet, and like I said, they don't seem to have any crafting recipe at all. So we'll do that and get these going. So we need the 2 dirts, and then we'll use the other saplings while I create the hoppers. Got wood in here. And we can just hopper those into those ones like that, and then that will throw everything in this chest. Obviously the chest is not going to be good enough for long term, but this will get you started. So you don't need to grow any more trees upstairs or anywhere else for that matter. We're going to need to grow some trees later on just to get some saplings for the other trees, the other trees, the oaks and what have you, but for now that will do. Let's erode some more stone and get some more furnaces. Some more fuel. Right, let's look where we are on the quest line. So here, you can create a draw controller very early on. So for doing this, storage drawers would probably be a lot better, because that chest is soon going to fill up. It will take a while. I didn't put axes in, did I? Let's just create some axes. Need some stone. So I need 2 more axes. So axe in there, and an axe in there, and now they're automated. I don't believe these axes lose any durability. I've never seen a durability bar on them, so they seem to run forever. Whether they will just pop at some point, I'm not sure. Let's get another furnace. Right, quest line. So we'll leave that for now. We'll come back to that when we've done this bit here. So we need an advanced barrel next, and these are used to make lava from stone. So they require a block underneath it, but we'll worry about that in a minute. To make the advanced barrel, we've got these mixed stone ingots, and then 2 of the basic barrels, and a wooden chest. So I'm going to show you how to use this Tempad now, seeing as we're going to be going up and down stairs a lot. So what you do is you take the Tempad and you right click it, and this huge GUI appears. So then you select the run program and add a new location. I'm going to call this home base, and we have that location in, and then we can go upstairs to where we want to create the portal. Right click again, run program again, new location, and then we're going to call this base stone at that location. Now if we want to go up and downstairs, we simply right click, run program, select where we want to go, select teleport, this window opens, we walk through, and we're here. Now you can't walk back through it again, it doesn't work that quick, but you can just open it again, run the program, select base stone, select teleport, walk through, and we're upstairs. Now I can use this, going to come in real handy if you're going, say, from very top, or you want to go right down to the very bottom layers. Very useful. For now, what we're going to do is take this, because we don't need this, but we do need it to craft. And then we're going to go back downstairs. So that's one of the basic barrels that we need. So we need some wood. Gonna need some more chests. I'm gonna need two more buckets at least. Oh, we've actually got one of the barrels, don't we? So we don't need that. We're gonna need to make one of those to make the other basic barrel. And this is the advanced barrel that we're making. So it's this one. Just need one more. And that's the advanced barrel. Now we are going to need to make a source of flame underneath it. For that we're going to need a charcoal. And the first thing we can make, it really is the campfire, which we need 3 sticks for. And this is going to be pivotal in our quest for automation. So I'm going to put the campfire there so I can get around it, and then on top of that I'm going to put the advanced barrel, so it's got a heat source. Now this takes either stone or any of the stone types, so you can do diorite, the andesite, or the pebble form. So you can do the block or the pebble form. The pebble form makes 25 millibuckets and the block form makes 4 times that, so there's no benefit to doing either the pebble or the stone, other than that obviously it takes less time to create the 100 millibuckets than it does to take the, in fact I'm not sure that's true. Let's just run one through so you can see how fast that's going to create the 100. And then if we grab some pebbles, which are in this drawer, oh yeah, it's gonna, I bet you it probably works out the same amount of time. So you can use pebbles or blocks, it doesn't really matter. Of course, if you're using blocks, then you've got an extra step. Or we can create a, well, we could create a cobble gem to make stone, but we don't have any block breakers, so that's not really a thing at the moment. Let's just get rid of these. It's bugging me. Go our food pile. And then lastly, we want a wooden lava bucket, or a bucket full of lava. So we need that needs to get up to 1,000. We've already got a bucket. There is a warning on this. This will set you on fire, so be warned. Okay, that's why I put it next to the water. So once this is heated up enough to get a bucket, that should be a bucket exactly. It is. I'm going to break that. I'm going to break that. I'm going to stand in the water, get our bucket of lava and place it into there. Now we lose the bucket. That broke. Now let me just get a block. What block can we use? Just a piece of stone. I don't want to lose this into the lava, so we'll need a pick to break that. That's it. And then we can place that back over the top of there. Lovely. We'll leave that block for now. And we'll leave that generating lava. So that completed that quest at the top, or it should have done. It does. So we just need to make the draw controller now to complete this section. And there's a couple of chests, a drawer, we need a bright shard and some mixed stone ingots. So that's quite straightforward. We've only got one bright shard. We need to make a drawer, so we need oak. We need oak. Now one log makes 2, I believe. Yeah. That's enough for a drawer. We need some more mixed stones. Let's do a stack of those. You're going to need quite a lot of this mixed stone ingot. It's in a lot of things. Right. Tidy the inventory a bit. I'll keep the bone meal on me, because it's surprising how much you're going to need that. Oops. Should be enough. Yep. And that completes that chapter. Done. So we're now onto the machines. And this is where Pretty Pipes comes in, and along with completely automating the process of getting our first ores. Right, we're going to need a lot more of these. So let's furnace some wood. Now, for nearly all the machines that you're going to be doing, you're going to see a similar theme. Advanced barrels, basic barrels, wooden buckets, hoppers, and then we move on to the ore extractor, which is an advanced barrel, which is basic barrels, which is buckets and hoppers. And then eventually we'll get the fragment combiner, which is nothing like the others. And then to make the pipes here, it's the mixed stone ingots and a piece of glass. Now it says glass pane, but I've tried glass planes and they don't work. I'm sure I did. So see that there says glass blocks. So I think those glass planes there are not Ore Dictionary correct to panes. So these ornate ones here that which you need a glass blower table for, you can ignore those. They for some reason are Ore Dictionary into glass blocks. Right, how are these doing? Lovely. We can actually use the drawer controller now and create some drawers. And we'll put them just here. So did I get... Oh, not enough for 3. So we'll turn those into oak. And we'll keep putting stone blocks into the advanced barrel to get our lava up and running. It stores 16 buckets worth, so you can get that up and running. Right, that's enough for 3 drawers, which is all we're going to need to start with. You can use the chests, I believe, to create the drawers with. We'll create a 4th drawer as an overflow. So what I'm going to do here is put the 4 drawers here, and I'm going to put the drawer controller right just here, negating the need for the chest, and we'll have it pointing out this way. And that's crashed my game. Ooh, we have our first crash.